Alright lads, so today we have our new event over in Bleach Braces, the new attribute tree grounds, a new way for us to obtain the items to power up our attribute trees, that being the CRESTS. The event itself started today and it is going to be here until the 28th, although keep in mind that this looks to be a permanent event. It is after all in the daily section, so for those that are wondering where it actually is, you want to go to solo quest and then click on daily quest, and then you will be taken to this screen where you can attempt it. It's yet to be seen, but it seems very likely once this quest does expire on the 28th, we're just going to continue to get it with different rules. Because that's one thing about the quest, it does have rules where if you are fulfilling those requirements, you are getting more damage. Although from the looks of it, doesn't seem really needed. If anything, these damage bonuses are going to help more new players. Where if you just have any decent Sniper released in the last year or two, as long as they have a decent set of strong attacks, they should be able to relatively clear this with ease. And for those that even want to get usage out of older characters like resurrectable characters, you can go ahead and use them, as they are also getting a 3x damage output. So the rules themselves don't seem to be super restrictive, more so just helping those newer players be able to hopefully clear this quest in under 2 minutes. If you are a veteran or someone that has a pretty good account and has the standard in terms of what you expect with upgrading your characters, level 20 link shots, level 10 SP, even if you aren't matching the rules, you should be relatively fine. The big difference though, of course, when it comes to the rewards that you do get is determined on the bonus characters. By having these characters in your team, you are getting extra waves, and the idea is that you do want to have +5 waves anytime you attempt the quest, because that is the cap. So any new character released in the last month will be offering +3 waves. I assume a recent resurrection batch will also then continue to offer +2 waves. Again, these will change every month, right? And then from the looks of it, any character available on the current end of month banner will also be a wave bonus character, so if you have them, you get extra waves. The idea is that you want to defeat 500 enemies every single day, and that is where the bonus characters are going to come in. If you don't have any bonus characters, you aren't locked out on getting all the rewards every day. It just means that you have to spend more soul tickets. And the rewards that we can get if you are able to defeat 500 enemies every single day is 240 crests of each type. That is a double increase compared to what we had before through the daily orders. Before we used to get 120, now we're getting 240 a day. And then we also have new weekly orders in our attribute section where if you do defeat 1,500 enemies, you are getting 400 crests of each type. That's actually really good. When we did get the news yesterday, they kind of worded it like it will be a different attribute every single week. So for those that want to have all the attributes at the same level cap, it seems like that is going to be what you're able to do, assuming you keep up to date with the dailies and the weeklies. Now, with that said, there's one thing that's worth mentioning, because the only downside to this event, and I've seen cases for it being good and also bad at the same time, is the amount of soul ticket it does require to even attempt it in the first place. If you're doing the normal difficulty, it's 15 soul tickets. If you're doing the very hard difficulty, it's 30 soul tickets. And this is something that you want to do every single day, so you might not be too excited to spend 30 of your soul tickets on an event that, again, you kind of have to do every single day. And the way the system is set up, it's only 30 soul tickets a day if you have max bonuses, +5. If not, you're going to have to spend an extra bit of orbs. And from the looks of it, the best way to tackle this event, if you are, let's say, assuming you have 0 bonus characters, the most efficient way to do it is to attempt very hard and then do the normal difficulty. Because if you're doing very hard twice, that's 60 soul tickets a day, and that's kind of a lot. Where instead you can just spend 30 soul tickets, then spend 15. In total, that's going to get you 480. So you actually do need 1 bonus character, which should be relatively easy to do. There are quite a lot of bonuses here. So assuming you have 1 bonus character, at most you're spending 45 soul tickets. If there's one thing I would want to see change, it probably is this. It personally doesn't affect me, because I personally believe that we get plenty of soul tickets in a day through the point event, through the guild system, and also the achievement system. I've seen other people say that they cancel their Cons Bonanza Pass because they have too many tickets to use. But at the same time, for the more casual players that maybe only log in once a day, it definitely could be an issue spending 30 of your soul tickets on this particular event. Even though it's worth it, you might not be too excited about that, because it means potentially less progress in other parts of the game. Now, in terms of the team that I'm personally using, I think every day I'm going to change it up, maybe every few days, depending how lazy I am. But even though the quest is short, it can be a bit of fun, especially using a character that you've not used in quite some time. So since we do have a resurrected damage bonus and also for Snipers, I just want to use Thousand Blood Watosho. It's a character I've not used in quite some time. It's a very fun unit, and even if it's only daily, at least I get to use him in this quest, which is something that I think is actually kind of cool. The other 2 characters are going to be Driscoll and Esno. They're just here strictly for the bonus waves. Again, important to understand, you need to have them in your team. And in a hypothetical situation, if I didn't have Esno, Nanana, or Driscoll, my team would probably consist of Ishin, Masaki, and then probably a character from here, maybe even Valentine's or Manners Society Yumachika. That would give me the +5 waves, and since he is a Sniper, I would probably be able to clear in under 2 minutes with ease. Alright, Right, let me turn off the auto. I'm not sure why that is on. So again, Tosho, again, it's a really fun unit. I'm really looking forward to his remake, which to be fair is quite a while away, right? Since we have to wait for this mode to happen in the anime, which is like, it's going to be like early 2026 if anything. But I think the resurrected damage bonus is actually really good for these characters. Because even though I have the character max transcended, I don't think we're entirely one-shotting all the time. Now, the map itself is likely going to change every month too. Right now, we are in the Arena Hueco Mundo map. Kind of do like the idea that they are repackaging the arena maps. It being zoomed out too is pretty cool. And in general, I just like the idea of it, even if it is quite easy. Which I think is probably for the best. Now, I would love this mode to be a bit more difficult. However, this again is very important to understand. You're going to have to do it daily. And there we go with the soul bomb and finish off in style. But in general, you don't want this to be super difficult because it is something that you're going to have to do every single day. I mean, we've kind of been through this in the past with the very old Guild Quest system. Even the Guild Quest system from like a year ago, right? Being forced to do something that's difficult every day can lead to burnout. So while I would personally want more from this event in terms of, you know, how long it is and how difficult it can be, I do think it is for the best that it is limited on the difficulty since it is a daily task. But with that said, we did go ahead and clear the 500 waves, cleared with, I think, plenty of time to spare. And then again, we are getting our 240 crests every single day. And then if we go over to our weekly orders, or I guess the attribute section, I kind of claim the extra 400. And with that, tomorrow at reset, when I get to attempt the quest again, I will be able to get the final 400 for this week. Pretty good that you only have to do the quest 3 times to basically max it out. But in general, this is something that you want to do every single day to get the crests. Even if you have to attempt the quest 2 times due to lack of bonuses, it's still definitely worth doing. Because remember, we are using these items to power up our attribute trees. And with that in mind, we are able to get into the second page starting from tomorrow. Maybe even today, but I personally might be a day behind. I'm actually not too sure. And we'll make a video going over the whole page tomorrow morning. Even though it has been data mined, I kind of want to make a video once it's actually implemented, at least when I have it on my account. And we'll go over all the stats and also skill increase that we are getting through that page. So yeah, overall, pretty fun quest to do every single day. Seems to be a permanent event that will change monthly in terms of the rules and bonus characters. Having bonus characters in this event is important, but not super needed. It just means that you're going to have to spend more soul tickets if you are lacking bonus characters. At max, you should be spending only 45 a day. The amount of soul tickets needed for the quest, I think, is a tad bit too high, to be honest. Like I said in the video, I've seen people say it's a good or bad thing. I think it really just depends on how much you play the game. So there's one change I would like to see going forward is maybe just a decrease. 15 tickets at max, I think, is a good number to have. But other than that, in the comments below, let me know what you guys think about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.